We can then consider putting the furnace down there when the furnace blows out, because that's old and we expect it to fail sometime. And what else have we got down there? And we should then be able to buy a freezer and put that down there, because the freezer we have in the kitchen isn't that big. It's good for having stuff on hand that we want to use up this week and sort of instant microwave food, but it's not something that you can store a ton of stuff in. So we'll probably take a look at getting the freezer down in the basement as well. Hello, wake up. There we go. I've also been looking at automatic registers for HVAC outlets, because apparently you can do that now, and that might make it easier to keep the basement warm, because what we don't want is the basement being cooled down during the summer when it's already 55 degrees down there, just because the rest of the house needs cold air blown into it. But during the winter, when we're blowing hot air everywhere, we do want the vents open in the winter. So being able to do something automatic with it means that the vents will automatically close off or open up. At least that's the theory. Ooh. We are very close to the hole in the fence, aren't we? Or did we pass it? Anyway, here we are. Run over here and reload. Reload that. 156 litres. Yeah. Oh, there's the gap. So this needs to go back to the yard. That's kind of handy. Turn that on and I'll put it back on a worker. We'll sit with it while it does the turnaround here. Helper A has completed their task. Yeah, I don't think so. Sometimes Helper A goes running off into that field and keeps going. I forgot about that this time. Okay, so 315 approximately. Turn it on. Drive up the hill a bit. And set off the worker. Okay. Turn that on. Follow me. Start that up. And we can drive down the hill. So yeah, since the Fent now has the front loader on it, put that there. and top off the herbicide tanks. Ooh. Or at least empty those herbicide tanks. So liquid fertilizer, actually, not gonna panic too much. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll leave that filled up for now. And I might just stick it in there. That's where the flatbed trailer goes normally. Hi Kyler and welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is Oakfield Farm. Usually the one thing I do include in my titles is the name of the map. So turn the engine off and turn that on and we can put this away. Drive through the toadstool dog, get out of the way. Well done. Okay, you sit on the tyres. Why not? Stick the Land Rover in the shed. Well, you got off the tyres quick. We'll take this down to the store. So this is the last round of planting we have to do for our farm this year. So I might just, we can get a couple of pallets, we can afford it. And that was a total fail to connect. Let's try that one again. Bingo. So, off we go. Now, I mean, as far as, what is it, sugar beet harvesting is concerned, I am connected to, I can probably, I could up the engine on the Valtra. I only picked it as 190 because that makes it very different from the in-game model, not just with the paint job, but we could up the horsepower so that it has a better operating capacity for the beet harvester. While this tractor does, I don't know that it can run the narrow tyres that we've got on the Valtra at the moment. And if I do that, I could leave the Valtra in that setup for the entire year, because it's our spraying tractor. I mean, I partly went for 190 horsepower because the spraying tractor doesn't have to be that powerful. And then I also went with the, it can haul. It can probably haul a lot better now I've got the fill weight mod turned off. Okay, I'm not waiting for you. I'm going. So I figure 3 pallets of seed should be fine. And if anything, it'll get us through planting oilseed radish after harvest, which is also a good thing. Valtrin. S is the one that has the double thin, narrow fronts and rears, but I think we'll be okay. We can put a weight on the front when we're doing that, and I actually remembered it's the second entrance this time. So yay me. Oh, there's a pallet of fertilizer here as well, yes. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll run over here and we'll buy some pallets of stuff. Okay, 3 pallets of seed it is. How are we doing with money? Still over 70,000. That kind of makes me happy. And magic. For those of you who missed it the other week, we now have auto load front pallet forks. Front loader pallet fork, should I say. So that's a good thing. That's not quite straight, but I don't have to put it right to the front of the trailer, I guess. It's a good thing. Load the forks and disconnect. And there we go. Forks and make like I'm picking things up. Does mean that we're going to have most of the weight of the trailer over the wheels, or all of the weight of the trailer over the wheels. And lower that in place. The main problem with farm sim physics is getting the stuff off the forks. It's not so much picking it up. It's putting the stuff down when you're done with it. That's the problem. I should probably take that off too. There we go. Put the other full load of seed probably middle of the trailer to balance it. Because I can do that. That's the easy bit. It's when the pallet gets stuck on the forks and you can't get them off, and there's still a little bit of mass there. So we will, I guess that's that. I'm going to turn the strength off, just because. We'll put that across the tail there, and I'll strap that on twice, kinda. Okay. So that's all we really need the pallet folds for on this trip. Because all the seed and the fertilizer is in bags, you can just manually, theoretically manually, just pull pallet packs off and reload your seeder one pack at a time. Now the game doesn't let me do that, but that's the justification for it all. The big bags, obviously, you should be picking up and tearing a hole in the bottom and emptying them into the seeder. And we'll jump back in the cab for the journey and back to the farm. Figured he was probably going round. I'm not sure everybody does. That's the thing. Oh yeah, we also don't have a slurry tank permanently on the farm. We leased it, so we let that lease expire. So I need to buy a slurry tank. What else do we need to buy? I want to buy a storage tank for slurry at some point. Digestate at some point. So if I had an on-site digestate tank, we could have taken the truck with us to the store, filled it up with digestate, picked up the seed, and brought everything back, unloaded the digestate into farm storage tank if we had one. Because we do tend to go to the store at least once a stream. So there's always that. I think that the problem with the Convernland, here we are, seeders is they don't carry fertilizer. So we are still going to have to do fertilizer every so often. Looks like the seeder's finished again, so we'll have to refill that. I may. What have we done? We've done the weed slaying, so that's all a done thing. Yeah, this is the only job we have to do, so I may just finish this one off manually. And here we are. Put this up here. And now we need to find straighten the wheel. That one, yay. Oh, it still has some stuff. Oh, we are out of fertilizer though. I have to drive on the field. Sorry, seeds, but that's just a thing. Yeah, that's not the way to do it. Let's do it properly, at least semi-properly. Lower and turn it on. Now, fertilizer usage for this stretch is going to be higher than normal because we are using the fertilizer across the entire width of the seeder because there is no fertilizer control. But the seeds are only getting planted where they need to be planted. And there we are. Lift that up. I'm going to reverse back and finish off that tiny edge of the field. Drop that and off we go. So, I'll reverse over here. And that's all the fertilizer we brought with us. So, I don't want to have to do that. Oh, yeah, we're okay. I can refill from the bag of seed at the back. That's done. Park that there. We'll go and take the fence down to the farm and we'll go and get some more. Go and get some more fertilizer since we have some. Drive through the hedge because, hey, we're a tractor. We can do that. Yeah, because the other thought I did have while we're messing around here is we can do spraying or fertilizing contracts. Don't think spraying contracts come up in seasons. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Spraying contracts are contracts for fertilizer. Contracts for herbicide. Fertilizing contracts are contracts for whatever you want to put on the ground. That's not a lot. I'm thinking we might get away with just that much. Probably get back in the tractor. Let's reposition our view, and there we go. And there's a bunch of contracts that need to be done. All right, that's the. So that pallet fork has its own camera. as well. Oh, that was actually unloading, so there we go. That's unloaded. Let's stop that there for now. Hopefully that's enough fertilizer to get this field done, because we don't use fertilizer at a great rate. It's seeds I figure we're probably going to need another round of. Come on, let's go. And once again, this tractor needs a maintenance. Oops. Okay, so we're completely done on the northeast side of the field. West side of the field, there's probably a large gap over there and along the bottom. So I'll do this edge for now. This tractor has GPS, so we could do this with the GPS thing. Stay away from the hedge. The problem with this field is it's very close to the edge of the map, so it's kind of an issue. Okay, I am going to engage GPS, set a back. We want to be heading 135 or thereabouts and drive. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Okay, and that should be good. Set B. Go back to there, auto width. That'll do fine. That's fine. Engage, and everything's running, so we're good. Let's drive. Oh, that might be a little bit off. Yeah, it looks like it's taken an angle that is closer to 136 than 135, so for the length of this field we may not get a perfect join on the left side here, and as predicted we're not a problem. I can fill that gap in if I need to, but the rest of the field run should work out okay. Oh, and that's the edge of the map. So is that. So this field's not exactly ideal. We'll do what we can, and we can run around the edge when we finish. So we lower that. Guidance steering is on, and we get this field planted. I've heard rumours about that. I don't know what the deal is. To be fair, I haven't been paying much attention to anything going on in the news this week because we were collating Bibles and stapling Bibles at church for the entire week. Yeah, I think that's my biggest annoyance with this field is the whole edge of the map thing on this field. Although it does mean you have to do it properly. Oops. GPS will not engage if you're turning the wheel. Back up to there. Back up as far as I can. I mean, technically